Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is ostracized or kicked out from a community, maybe even decides to leave on their own. We've got the Five of Earth or the Five of Pentacles from the Mystical Cat Tarot. And I think this means initially it's really difficult to be away from the friends or the community that you had before. But I see strength coming from that isolation or that pivot, right? These are friends or this is family that I've known for a long time, but some sort of circumstance or perhaps even an argument resulted in this distance. And it's after a period of time where I feel like you've kind of adjusted to being away from this group of people that you hear some sort of update, or you may even hear from somebody that is, hey, Aqua Beauty, that is like an old friend. Maybe you just see something on social media, but this is the Five of Swords or the Five of Sky. Generally speaking, the Five of Swords has three people. This has five cats. And they're angry cats or like fighting cats that are in like the paintings, murals, hieroglyphs, whatever you want to call it, on the walls as well. So basically, I feel this is perfect timing, or maybe even with a little bit of extra timing, where you were able to get out of Dodge before ish hits the fan. And that's how it was meant to be. So even though you may miss one or two, or maybe even three of these people, it's like, you know what? I'm pretty glad I'm not there right now. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of sunshine time. This could be a former workplace. I don't think I added that one in there. It's a group of people you don't need to be around anymore. I hope you're doing well, Aqua Beauty. Hello, Jess. How's it going? I know, so many cats, and yet not enough. Okay, so I think that's Laura. But it says, how are you doing? Hello, Pichitata. Hello, Misty. How are you doing? See, I recognized your profile picture enough by now. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. I put that in the description box below in case I said that too quickly for you. And below that, you can also find how to become a member of the channel. Thank you to my members. I love you guys. Where you can get extra shorts, videos, have access to ad-free live streams. It's pretty great. Since we know this is already a mess, I'm gonna just dive right in with the Path of Shadows, because we got some haters or some jealousy or something. Maybe more than one even, you know? Awesome. Oh my gosh. Adrian, I dropped the jaw for a second because your name is super close to the Adrian I was just talking to or talking about on my channel a couple of days ago, the really funny dude. Which doesn't mean you have to be a dude, but hello, Adrian. How are you doing? I love it. Hello, Jim. How are you doing today? Some of you removed yourself from this group. You were like, you know what? I'm just going to excuse myself from the table. It's not looking appetizing anymore. Key, sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. Vampire, in the night's embrace, when desires ignite, my hunger keeps consuming all in sight. And Raven, knowledge, death, energies. There is an insatiable, like I'm seeing Megan Fox when I look at this card, which isn't really a stretch based on how she looks in the picture. But if you've seen Jennifer's body, it could be a little scary, right? This is a person who's insatiable. They cannot stop. They want more, more, more. They are only able to think about themselves. And this is somebody who is in this group of people. Could be a former boss. We already went down that list, right? Friend, family member, whatever. But the thing is, they looked at you and they felt like you could change something for them. They felt like you could do something for them. They felt like you could be, what was that dude's name in The Mummy who was like the little sidekick helper for the mummy? That's what they wanted. They want you to be the smart person, or like in VP or Veep with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. What's the dude's name who was carrying the bag all the time that was telling her everybody's names and like basically keeping her like on top of ish? This person wanted you to be that for them. You're like, oh, you know things. You can do stuff. So maybe I'll just like make you my assistant. You are not supposed to be somebody's assistant. I'm sorry. I am not putting down that role as a job, executive assistant. I know some badasses that have been or are executive assistants. What I'm saying is this is somebody who felt like without paying you that you should do their bidding. No. No. Because you know stuff that they don't know. And why do I feel like it's because of the reference with the mummy? I'm wondering if there's some sort of barrier. Like you're not from around here, so you don't know what people mean, or you don't know where the good places are. This is somebody who's like, I need you to figure things out for me. Happy Saturday to you too. This is the gold foil tarot. Wow, we've got another 5 of Pentacles. So from the first card from the Mystical Cat Tarot was the 5 of Pentacles, or the 5 of Earth. And from this one as well, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. But I feel like this was, even if somebody told you to leave, I feel like this was you deciding, I am so done with this. This is insanity over here. I will go choose something different because I know I have more opportunity over there. I could get a better job. I could live in a better place. I could get a better partner. You were not having it. You saw that there was trouble that was going to be coming down the road. Some of you may be highly intuitive, and you just knew that based on this person's like way of approaching things and people, that it was only a matter of time before this turned into some sort of chaos. King of Swords, Moon in the reverse, because this person has bad intentions. This would be the vampire who keeps consuming all in sight. So does not have to be a man, right? But this King of Swords is somebody who does not have the best of intentions, does not share what their intentions are, and likes to have like minions or an entourage. It's a very self-important person. Like, I need people to do things for me. It's very, but like more like sinister. It's very like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Like, how did he phrase it? Like, I've got a guy. Got a guy for that. I think that's how he said it. This person wants to have a guy for everything. Wants to have someone that can do what they need done, right? Could you please weed my backyard for me? Yes, thank you. Thank you. I just don't want to do it, okay, you guys? 3 of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Swords, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, no, I know you want me to stay around. I know you need me. I know you think that I make your life easier, but that's really not enough for me to like stick around your weird energy. Whoever I'm reading for, that's what's coming through. Like, I don't need this. This is going to get worse. This person is insufferable, intolerable, intolerant, perhaps. And I do think there was betrayal that you saw this King of Swords levy against other people, in addition to probably against you. This is not a very kind person. Hello, Bella. How are you doing? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and Temperance in the reverse. Oh, with Judgment? Sucks to be you. Not you. This King of Swords. At least I'm pretty sure that's not you. If that's you, you should probably hit me up for a personal reading. We've got things to talk about. This is, like I said, wanted some minions, right? 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this is funny to me because, look, a lot of people have distorted views or opinions in terms of what does power look like? What does strength look like? And if you need to surround yourself with a bunch of people to get things done in order to feel like a badass, I got news for you. You ain't that bad because you can't do shit on your own. Just saying. Just saying. Like, if you are so far gone that you can't win at a game on Price is Right because you don't do your own shopping, or you don't know how to, like, I don't know, make a little phone call to place an order for pickup food, then you're not that powerful. I feel like I'm reading for somebody who's a go-getter, gets stuff done, knows things, but doesn't feel like they have to, like, lord it over people, right? I'm not going to, like, thumb my nose at you. Is that the expression? I don't know. And then you run into this person who is threatened by you, by the way, because you know things. And they're like, how do I make you like one of my team instead of you like competing with me? So they feel powerful because they have minions or because they have people that they feel are like doing things for them without realizing that the real power is your kind of power. You do things on your own. You know how to be crafty. You know how to be resourceful. You may have been in some pretty crappy situations that taught you how to, I don't know, MacGyver your way out or backhand your way out. This person, I keep looking at how this sword is ridiculous. Like, so in my mind, I'm thinking about how if I were to, I don't know, like defend myself with a sword that is gigantic, I would probably just be super clumsy and be like, oh God, oh no, I lost my weapon. It was too heavy for me to hold. I would much rather have something a little bit more manageable, and then I could probably be pretty dangerous with it. I feel like this person doesn't even know how to wield this sword. Excuse me, minions, I need help with my sword. Sorry, jokes, a little time. I don't know what to do. No, we want this one. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. So there's instability, there's drama, there's chaos because this person who doesn't know how to wield that sword is losing the confidence, the, what's the word? Allegiance? That's not right. When people are like, oh yes, anything you say, right? I don't think they really have that anymore. Yes, absolutely. I'm here for it. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Michael. How's it going? We've got Meadow, 42, completion, access, success, slightly different, blessings, positivity, and gratitude. This is your energy. You're the person who, you know, like, could actually get things done. I'm real tempted to just call you the Raven because this is your energy. You know stuff. You know how to make the best of a situation. You know when it's the right time to leave a party. You know how to use big swords. I mean, like, seriously, look. There they are again. So, crossed, choice, stuck, searching for purpose, daydreaming, and indecision. This is clarifying the Vampire card, which is our King of Swords. So you are smart. You figured out how to finish something before people expected you to. This is like you wrapping up a project at work so you could cut out of work early because you know people are going to get wild at the happy hour. It's more serious than that. But this is somebody who's like, no, no, no. I did what I needed to do, and then I left because I didn't want to hang around for whatever this person was about to do, because I know them well enough to know that they are secretive and they're not honest about their intentions. You were right. You can't trust this person. So they are feeling stuck, and there's no one that can help them. No one that wants to help them. Conjurer. Higher self, subconscious, influencing, and creation. So some of you, this is going to be a little bit wild, and it's not for everyone. Some of you have encountered this person in your dreams. And I think this King of Swords felt they had the upper hand because they are used to having the upper hand, or like the biggest sword, right? They did not realize until this dream encounter, which was not very dreamy, that you're way more powerful than they are. They may like to talk a big game. They might to like brag about what they've done or where they've been or what they have. But when you are actually powerful, you don't have to like talk about it. People can feel it. This is somebody who has to announce when they've arrived. You know what I mean? I once had somebody tell me they knew that I had arrived at the event when I was in the parking lot, like before I'd even walked in the building. Like I could feel your energy out there. This person has to be like, hey guys, hi everyone, I'm here. You walk in and people are like, oh, who's that? I think that this is when the King of Swords is finally realizing that they are not as amazing as they thought. They may have been gloating if you did walk away, quit your job, move elsewhere, stop hanging out at that particular bar or with those people. They felt like they won. It's kind of funny to me when that happens. It's so much more painful to lose after you tell everyone that you won than it is to just lose in the first place. And this is the type of person that will go around and tell people like, just see what I did? I'm so great. Again, like real power doesn't have to announce itself, right? Occupation was in the reverse. Wealthy man in the reverse. I think you were either working with this person and they were unfair, disrespectful, or even not paying you what they should. But for some of you, this is even somebody who may have fired you, or you put in your 2 weeks notice to this person. If it's not somebody you worked directly with, this is somebody who criticized you for what you do for money, or tried to mock or even destroy, cause problems with your business, because this person felt like they needed to prove that they were better than you. They have been so determined to prove that they are better than you that whatever they did have as far as power, money, reach, control, their choices have put them in this situation. And they're the scared cat, right? Ooh, I could see that. Exactly. It wasn't me. So wow, okay. Geez. So to be honest, this is getting wild. We've got somebody who was trying to say that they were powerful, or that they could do whatever they wanted, or that they were better than you because of their status or their money. They're losing it. We have wealthy man in the reverse, sudden wealth in the reverse, and imprisonment. Yeah, it's a rough day. It's pretty rough. House, bad health, and lovers in the reverse. This right here? Is it Shakespeare? I think it's Shakespeare. A pox upon your house? Is it Romeo and Juliet? I think it was Mercutio. Did y'all curse someone? Just asking for a friend. Actually, I feel like it's somebody that you're related to or passed on. Look, someone is not pleased that this person tried to mess with you. They fired the first shot. They started it. And I feel like the return is like, ooh, it's a big Nerf gun. It's as if this person tried to, post like a not so nice review on your website, your business website, because they were threatened by your business. And then when you return that volley, or when someone goes to defend you, it starts a whole investigation. Oh, it looks like you actually have like this money laundering thing going on. Weird. If I had some money laundering going on, I would probably be like flying under the radar. Like not starting fights. This is somebody who starts a fight they cannot finish and ends up exposing their own problems or their own crimes, their own failings, shall we call it that? Because this is, again, somebody who likes to announce their power, somebody who likes to brag. And what do they say? Pride goeth before the fall. This is a soup. This reading is dripping in karma. Yeah. Hello, Nathaniel. How are you doing? This is a very dramatic reading. I hope you're ready. Oh, yeah, they're jealous of you. This King of Swords is upset because not only is there some sense here that you understand how things work better, or you have knowledge that they do not have access to, but you also have people willing to do things for you. You don't have to ask them. They like to make people feel that they owe them. Like, okay, you do this for me. You owe me a favor. Go do that. They like to like lord this over people, right? Whereas people genuinely like you and ask to do things for you. Because you're not that way. Maybe even because you use your power to protect others. It's not just me, right? 10 of Wands and the Hanged Man. Completion. End of a cycle. And while this end of a cycle is happening, you are blissfully elsewhere. It's like someone's realizing that Scooby-Doo has figured out what they've been up to and they're getting arrested, and you're literally on a beach doing yoga. Getting a little updated phone call like, yeah, no, the arrest happened. Weird, huh? You're not going to be there when ish hits the fan. You're not going to have to be there. Why? Because you don't have to do things for yourself, I guess, because this is energy, this is karma, this is justice. You knew this person was going to have something blow up, and not in a good way. I'm not talking about going viral. Ooh, it's foul energy. 6 of Wands in the reverse, overconfidence, arrogance, a sense of I can do whatever I want, nothing's ever going to happen, right? I don't know, Jess. We might have to like actually do some like scientific studies on that. 6 of Wands in the reverse paired with the High Priestess in the reverse. This is like when you are an expert in something. Let's just say you got your master's degree in, I don't know, Spanish literature. And some doofus comes up here. I hope that's not offensive to anybody. It is a fun word to say. Says something that is categorically false, and they are so confident about it. And they're like, no, I know that's true. I read it on the internet. And they, straight face, they are not joking. They don't realize that that's not actually adding credence or like credit to like what they're doing. And they don't realize that you are literally an expert, but they still say no. They won't listen to the expert. That's what kind of energy this is, right? High Priestess in the reverse. Indignant, ignorant, not listening to intuition, not realizing that there are signs telling them there needs to be change. We've got the Seven of Wands and the Moon in the reverse. You are walking away or already walked away. This Seven of Wands is a very unusual depiction of the Seven of Wands, but Seven of Wands can talk about divine timing and protection. You walked away, you removed yourself from the situation long before anything actually went down, but things are going down and not in a good way, at least not for the King of Swords. It's good for like the universe. This person could literally be going to jail. Nine of Pentacles. You knew this person was going to have, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. I do think the number 9 is important. You didn't fight this person in terms of getting some distance. So if this is somebody who decided they needed to compete with you, they felt like they would be able to do better if you just left. And they may have kind of like contrived a situation or tried to find a way to make you feel like you have to leave. And they would have counted that as some sort of victory, not knowing that it was a victory for you to get away from this person before they self-destruct, cause their own demise. I mean, it looks like they end up either not having the money that they used to have or not having the freedom that they used to have. And you dipped before any of that drama started because you didn't need to be around for that. There's receipts. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Some sort of payment that was made. I mean, we could say this is a fine, but I feel like this is somebody looking at records. An audit. Three of Cups. Ooh. This King of Swords crossed one too many people. Upset one too many people. Picked a fight with one too many people. Sometimes when you have an inflated sense of self, or when you are an arrogant person who likes to announce that you are powerful, sometimes you overestimate what you actually have as far as power. Sometimes you're so caught up in saying, I'm so powerful, that you like ruin it, right? Feel like this King of Swords made the wrong enemies. This Three of Cups makes me feel like we've got 3 people working together to, and maybe it's more than 3, to let this King of Swords know you really are not that powerful. Let me show you. Like what I'm seeing in my mind is, I don't even know what movie that is. I suppose it's several movies, but I'm seeing children, like small boys, stacking on top of each other and putting on a trench coat, right? Presenting themselves to be not like a big noticeable deal, right? But individually, they're terrifying. And now I'm picturing those little dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. That they might look small, but they can really hurt you. So underestimating your opponents, classic. Know your opponent. Know thyself and know your opponent. King of Swords failed at probably both of those. Oh, is it a struggle, Michael? Extraterrestrial. I'm sorry, but you can't expect me to get extraterrestrial and intimacy and not think about that epic SNL skit. Kate McKinnon, funniest person alive. I'll fight you. She's hilarious. Anyways, so it looks like you have a date with an alien. Just kidding. Galactic, star races, light codes, ancient, and origins. You, my friend, are the ET. You're the alien. You maybe don't like to hear that, but you are different. You have skills or gifts or knowledge that this King of Swords would probably never be able to comprehend because, you know, superficiality. Intimacy, partnerships, romance, union, soulmates. Are you really sending like small aliens to attack this person? I just want to know. You can tell me. I won't tell anyone. Key controller. Is that Rammstein? Look, you've got protectors that you may not know about, but you also have like powers or wisdom that this King of Swords would never have access to. But you were definitely encouraged or inspired to leave that place, that group of people before things hit the fan. You're too busy enjoying a new chapter. Remember, we had the Nine of Pentacles. You left. You didn't really feel like you needed any more of that. You started something of your own. And we've got joy, serotonin, rush, happiness, excitement, euphoria, Gaia, plants, grounding, purification, herbs, holistic, and earth. Okay, King of Swords, so you wanted to make it difficult for me to make money. You wanted to attack my reputation or my business. Well, I've replanted my business. I have started something different, and I can't help but notice that, but they're struggling. What's going on? Did all your minions leave you? They have to go shopping for some overalls? Now you're all on your own? This King of Swords thought they had taken you out because you moved or you adjusted or you changed. You walked away. You didn't fight this person. You didn't need to. This person was fighting themselves the whole time and didn't realize it. Like, in a not cute way. This is the cats rule the earth. What else do we have? For science. Exactly. It's always for science. I feel like I missed saying hello to somebody. Sorry if I did. Eight of Swords. Hermit in the reverse. So your opponent, this King of Swords, can't figure you out. Can't predict you. Thought they could. That is the problem with that confidence being overconfidence. If we could just keep that at regular confidence instead of always, moving into the arrogant energy, the King of Swords would do much better. Their arrogance allowed for them to feel a false sense of security. I know what you're doing, or I know you quit, or I know you can't hang. They're wrong. They cannot predict you, and that's part of the reason why things don't go their way. They underestimated you and overestimated their own abilities. Hello, Tarot by Nature. How you doing? Me too, Nathaniel. Hey, Matt. How are you doing? So we've got the Six of Swords. You were able to move into a safer place before this King of Swords has a run-in with the law. A report to some regulation board. Death in the reverse. I feel like their attempt to cause problems for you highlighted the need for someone to review their business. There's something here where it's like a boomerang. Queen of Wands. See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like somebody is protective of you. Don't get mad at me, but I feel like you're the little guy, the kitten here. And if you look real fast, you might think there's only one cat on this card, but there's two, right? There's someone who's like, mess with my baby, I dare you. I will. I'm not going to say threats on YouTube. That's a good way to get in trouble. But like, you have somebody here who's like begging to fight this King of Swords on your behalf. I've never really looked at all of the things set up in this little circle for our Knight of Pentacles, but I'm going to tell you right now, it looks a little like this. Conjuring. Not the movie. Let's hope it's not that. I'm telling you, I think somebody did a protective spell or somebody like went after this King of Swords because they messed with you. I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody who's like, you messing with my kid? I'll mess with you. You won't regret it. Not gonna like it. You might have an ancestor that is very protective of you. You got things you're supposed to do, and this person doesn't get to like interrupt that. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Judgment in reverse. Look, for some of you, this is not an ancestor. It's you in your dreams not knowing what you did in your dreams. Drink some more water. You have powers that may become a little bit more potent in dreamland. I think we've got an understanding of how to address this King of Swords or deal with this King of Swords without having to deal with their little minions. With the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, I could find you without all your little friends in dreamland. What you gonna do now? You don't even have your big sword, you know? Well, there could just be a benefit to like maybe a lawyer. I will tell all of you this right out the gate. Know the laws pertaining to your situation. We are so blessed to have the internet, and we need to make sure we watch where we get our information from. But if you are on a reputable site and it's telling you what the statutes are regarding your landlord or tenants or your boss or your rights as an employee, let me tell you how many times, actually, I'm not going to tell you how many times that has helped me. If you know the law, you can quote it to people. And sometimes you don't even need a lawyer. All I'm saying is I do feel like this is somebody who underestimates you, does not realize that you know what you're doing. And that there are people who support you, people who agree with you. Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. You're getting set up elsewhere. You're getting set up. You have a nice new situation. You got out at a great time, and now this person's like castle is crumbling. But you were meant to have your own skill set benefit you, not this King of Swords. Ten of Cups in the reverse. They don't belong. This King of Swords. They felt like you didn't belong, so that's why they wanted to boot you out. They don't realize they're the one who doesn't belong. And it was only a matter of time before they would themselves get booted. And now we have that little black cat. You're the catalyst. So there's a lot of change that's happening, and it's karma. It's justice. This is somebody who's picked on people or, been a little bit unreasonable in their dealings with others and probably very selfish. There's a collapse of the world they built for themselves because it is primarily made up or built on fake-ish. Yes, the cat-ness. I love it. All right, let's get a few from the Zodiac fortune-telling cards. Oh, you belong here. That works. What else do we have? Be careful of your health. Drink water. Make sure you're resting. Don't eat nasty-ish. You have a few trustworthy friends and one unexpected enemy. So be cautious. Your predictions have and will always be true. Trust your intuition. It guides you. Hello, Justin. I love that comparison. I'll take it. Beware of a jealous woman. You are one who stands by a person who needs you. This is why you have positive energy, why you have good karma, why there are people who want to support you, because you are not all about yourself. You actually help others, and that's coming back in a good way to you. This is the Poe Tarot. What else? The Moon. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. Things are going better for you. Things are moving in the right direction for you because you're in a different place, because you did not stay and deal with this King of Swords. Ace of Quills, which is the Ace of Swords. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. I think that's a reference to when I said, don't tell people you won something before you actually won. They went around saying that they won against you, and now the score is looking quite different. I'm not saying I wish jail or whatever on anybody, but this is somebody who set themselves up for a situation just on how they interacted with other people and how they felt like entitled to things, or like they should be able to like boss people around. Like, no. I hate when I can't say what I really want to say. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I gotta eat some food. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Hello, Third Eye. I hope you have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.